Hi, welcome to RPG Figure Studio. I'm Yulia, and today I'm gonna paint a miniature figure for the first time. Today we're gonna paint X-Wing from Star Wars. On daily basis, I do illustrations and digital art, and I have absolutely no experience with painting sculpture and miniatures. So this will be very, very spontaneous, completely chaotic. So if you are looking for a tutorial how to paint your sculpture professionally, then it is definitely not the video you're looking for. Today, we are embracing chaos and just fun of creativity. And yeah, I have few ideas how to paint this sculpture. And we'll see what we'll get at the end. Okay, as you can see, I have many paints that are dedicated to miniatures. I've never used any of them, so it will be quite spontaneous. I'll try to figure out how to use them. So yeah, expect complete chaos. So okay, I think I will start painting my X-Wing with paint that will like resemble the metal, the color of metal. And I have few tools to do that. For example, the airbrush. I've never used airbrush before, so everything will be new. And if you are a beginner, then we are in this together. So I was instructed before that to use airbrush I need few things. For example, such liquids to improve airbrush flow, so the paint won't get stuck in it. Yeah, and I will take, I think, this paint and maybe some gray paint, and I'll try to mix it together, so it will make us a nice gray shade for the ship. Okay, I have all paints mixed. I have absolutely no idea if I did the proportion right, but we'll see. I mean, every time, like, you need to make something the first time. So I'll make a quick test. I mixed here a paint that I think would be okay color. It's a little warm in shade, so let's see if it will work at all. So I broke it, guys. It's not working. So I need to just fix it. So I'm just trying to reassemble the pieces, and well, yeah, it's messy. Shit. I have no idea what I'm doing again. Okay. Will it work? Okay. So our airbrush turned out into a fountain, so I decided that maybe classic, old school brushes and paints would do best. So yeah, here I have a paint that I mixed to paint the starship. So just I think I should begin to cover the model with the paint. Yes, I think I will first coat everything with this base color lightly, so we'll have some like color hue, whatever color theme that will suit the rest of the ship. Then I will add some shades and some paintings, because I saw that X-Wings had this red and blue paintings on the wings and on the front. So yeah, I will add that later. First I will cover it in this beige grayish weird color that I just mixed. Well, it's honestly a shame that the airbrush didn't work, because I was really excited to use it, but yeah, something went wrong with it, and maybe next time. I mean, mistakes always happen. Like, everyone needs to learn everything, and maybe I will learn that, but maybe not everything at the same time. Yeah, I think I mixed a bit too much water with the paint, but honestly it can work like this wash. I know that miniature painters use washes a lot, which is this really really thin layer of paint. So yeah, I mean, for the first time it's just pure experiment for me. For the first time I also picked quite big model. Maybe I should choose something a bit smaller. Dear neighbors, why now? There's nothing more lovely than a neighbor drilling their walls in the middle of recording. I believe that every YouTuber, every influencer lived through this moment and knows the pain of that. But hopefully he'll stop. At the beginning of this video, I said that this video will be chaotic, and I was not expecting how truly chaotic it will be. So, yeah. Okay, so I found some inspiration and some photos that resemble how the X-Wing looks like, so I'm gonna use it and maybe try to like imitate that a little bit on my model. So yeah, I'll keep it here as a reference. I think I will try to like imitate the texture of some dirt maybe. I think the more uneven the metal and the structure will be like in the color, I think the more realistic it will get. So maybe there is some plan in chaos. Maybe it will make sense in the end. Hopefully. Just adding a bit of gray to cool the whole ship, like cool down the tones. I think it will look interesting. Just patting with the brush here and there, adding some like textures. And I will paint the front here. Okay, I mixed slightly darker shade of gray, and I will try to like maybe add a little bit more of texture and a bit more of the dirt, and just trying to shade things a little bit, make them a bit more interesting. Some maybe details try to pop out. Of course, I'm not gonna like go into details too deeply for now, but like just still trying to focus on the bigger like space, just trying to like, for example here, like adding a bit of dirt and texture. I think it now looks way more interesting than it used to. Here, adding some paint here, allowing the paint to go into the cracks, so it will add a bit of shade there. Yeah, I think it will work in the end. Okay, so I mixed something that is kind of a wash, I don't know, and I'll just add it here and there, so it will look even dirtier, and the details hopefully will pop out. Good. Yeah, and here when I add this weird brownish grayish color, I just want to place it like here in the cracks of the model. So yeah, so I don't know if you saw that, but it will just like sink into that cracks and just fill them, so we'll have like natural shadow, yeah, like that. So I think yeah, it will work somehow. Yeah, it will be very, very dirty X-Wing. It was like, maybe it will not be like the look on the swamp kind of dirty, but it will be like this ship like went through some tough battles on, I don't know, maybe Tatooine or somewhere. Like I'm honestly, I'm not a Star Wars expert, but I played Battlefront, like the first Battlefront, and I remember that there were different planets and Tatooine. I'm not sure, but was it like the desert one, like Tatooine, deserted one? I have no idea what is the name with the jungle one, like planet, but I really like that. I really like these little bears there. They were so funny. Oh yeah, I will paint the back. I will paint the ass, the buttocks of our X-Wing a little bit. Well, I probably should have done it first, because now it's white and this wash is not working as I would like, because yeah, I probably will have to repaint it again. Okay. honestly, the first thing that I noticed about painting miniatures is that layering is key. So I'm just adding things and I hope that it will work eventually, that it will look good at the end. I think when I'll add like darker parts, details, when I do like the window, the pilot window, and the back, and all those paintings like red and blue and all that stuff, then it will look better. Because now it's like what? It's beige and it looks dirty. Yeah, so okay. At that stage, I touched it. Well, sorry for that. This is how it looks like. Well, I think it doesn't look bad for now. I think everything is still under control. I think we are good. I think we can continue and maybe try to add some color. Maybe. Okay, so I'm mixing a color, a gray color that, well, is gray a color, honestly. Like, for some people, like, many people think that black and white is not a color, so maybe gray is not a color also. It's just like a spectrum of light. Okay, never mind. The color theory. I'm mixing a gray, like a graphite gray, I think, just darker. So I will paint the parts with like wires and all that weird technical things that are on the ship. So we'll have some contrast on our miniature. I think, like, in art, like, no matter what you do, if you have no idea what to do, I think like making thing contrast is always effective. So yeah, let's just add darker gray here. It spilled a little, but I'm not worrying about that because this model will be far from perfect anyway. So yeah. Yeah, as you can see, I'm using quite big brush to paint, and I'm trying to, like, I'm definitely going towards the details, but I'm still using a big brush because the way it's not adding a paint in a perfect way, it's kind of building the shades and still the textures that I'm working on, so it is kind of convenient for me at that moment. And I'm just allowing it to make spontaneous patterns and, like, I don't know, shades, so it will look more natural in the end. Yeah, I'm adding a little bit more water to the paint, so it will create sort of wash, and just I'm adding another layer of shadows. You can use a little bit of paper to, like, take off the excess of the paint where I don't want it. And we are just building. I'm adding a little bit of Levado Negro black wash. And well, I see if I have more washes here. Here we have wash, but it's blue wash. We don't want blue wash right now. I'm looking more for like some brown, maybe. Just yeah, I'll add this brown into this dark wash and try to maybe do more of details and like dirt, but like that is in the cracks of the miniature. So I will pick up a smaller brush to do that, and we'll see how this works. Yeah, and right now I am just trying to make the cracks pop out more. Because only now I'm realizing how many layers actually a miniature needs to look decent. I'm impressed by people that can wash like whole armies or of Warhammer, for example. Like, yeah, you need to put so much time into it. But it's really relaxing, so I'm not surprised. So as you can see, the model has many imperfections like that occurred while printing. And I think it is just good to embrace its form, and I want to like let the darker paint into those cracks and into those imperfections, because it is like a battle machine, so it is meant to be far from perfect, far from clean, far from pretty. So it's actually good to have those imperfections in your model sometimes. Like, not everything needs to be perfect. Like, the most important thing about this is just having fun either way, so I won't worry about the rest. Yeah, so now I'm making shadows. I'm just trying to differentiate the details, so you can actually tell the different parts from each other, like, you know, like when one plate of metal ends and the other starts. So that, but I'm just focusing on the top of the ship, because later I will add the paintings like the red, yellow and blue. that were on the ships, so I don't want to shade too much because it will have no sense if I will cover it later. So just for now, I'm just playing with it a little bit, and then I will add more color. So right now I will add the colors. Yeah, usually X-Wings had like red and yellow marks, so I'll try to recreate them. Like this color is hot orange. Unfortunately, I don't have here like classic red color, so we'll have to like make it work with this shade. Maybe I add a little brown to it so it will be darker. And here like I'm mixing two yellows to have better shade. Yeah. And now I will add okay, that will be an experiment, but maybe a little bit of blue to that red. It should make this a bit cooler and a bit darker, which would be preferable. But okay, so now I will be painting color marks on the X-Wing. They usually had like red and yellow marks, and here I have hot orange and mustard yellow, I think, like this type of shade of yellow. Yeah, and I will start paint the marks, but I would like the red to be a bit darker and maybe a little bit cooler. So to achieve that, I will add a little bit of blue to that, so maybe it will work, or maybe it will not work because now we have brown. But okay, that's okay. I'll use this brown, and here maybe I'll try to mix the red again. So here I have my reference, how to paint the X-Wing, and I would like to add these kind of marks there on on our wings. So yeah, let's get started. Yeah, so as you can see, it's definitely not red. it's literally hot orange, but I mean, let's say it is our interpretation of the X-wing. Okay, and it has like 1, 2, 3, 5 strokes. Okay, so and they start from here. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. It looks quite good. Not bad. Obviously it's not perfect, but I think it works quite well. And now the tricky part, to make them symmetrical on both sides. Well, I'll do my best, but well, wish me luck. I think they're still quite symmetrical. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's not bad. It could get worse. Yeah, I think it looks fine. Two, 3. 4 and last one 5. Okay. Obviously they could have been more even, obviously, but I think they look okay. I can always try to sharpen them a little bit. Just need to pick up like smaller brush, thinner brush, and I'll just pick up a little bit of this orange, maybe this tiny bit of this brown. Try to sharpen the edges in a darker color. And now we'll work the details. Guys, I have so much respect for any miniature painter. Like, this is not an easy task. Like, today, so many things went wrong. My airbrush just didn't work, and my paint just exploded on me. and there are so many little things that can go wrong with miniatures and painting and all that stuff. And just, you know, if your hand is too shaky, then it looks bad when you paint. It requires so much precision that it's really like, wow, that people can paint like that, and they win awards for that. That's even more amazing. Like, there are like seriously competitions that reward people for their painting skills, like on miniatures. That's incredible. Okay, that's far from perfect, but I think it looks better. It looks sharper. I will try to then fix it a little bit with more grayish color. Because obviously, like, I'm not that precise as I would wish to be. But I think, despite all the difficulties, that it's quite, I mean, I'm not doing bad for the first time. Probably I shouldn't like hold the miniature like that, but at this point I'm afraid I don't care. It just feels comfortable to hold it like that. I would really like that edges to look sharp. Well, this line I made a little thicker than here, so maybe I should just make them a bit more similar. I could add like a small yellow square here, because on one model I can see it here and I think it looks cool and makes it adds a little bit of more detail, and I think it looks interesting. I like it, so I'll add it. I don't know if I want this shade of yellow to be this intense. Maybe I will like just make it a little more like mustard like, a bit more. Okay, and I'll add it here. Okay, like painting those lines is not easy at all. Like my hand right now is as still as possible, and yet it still feels too shaky. Like it's just, it requires so much like patience and you know, patience. Yeah, mostly patience. So right now for this part I will use black wash to just make the details pop out more and to make all the other parts slightly darker, so the paint will go into the gaps and it's to like create the illusion of shadow. Okay, nice. So now that I have this covered, I think I will finally move to paint the window of the pilot. And as I did my research on this model of X-Wing, the window was blue. So I think I'll mix two shades of blue together to create a nice like slightly maybe ocean like shade. Let this paint dry out. It's a bit too dark. For now this shade is a little bit dark, but I will then like fix it with the lighter blue. And also I have acrylic marker, so maybe I'll use it to make some contours a bit lighter, to make them look more like three-dimensional. I wonder how I will paint the windows, because, well, they are not transparent like they should be. So now the question is, make them dark or like try to imitate the window, the glass-like look? I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll see. Honestly, I think I'll paint it all blue. I don't know why I was so precise, but now I think that I will paint this whole thing blue. And then I will paint the windows just differently. But for now I would like it to be like nicely based blue piece. I will change it completely later either way, so I mean completely. I'll make it lighter. Maybe the shade of blue will go more into like this greenish blue, I don't know. just... Although this kind of blue is also nice. Okay, the first layer of blue on the window is painted. Now I think I will add wash and dark wash on this part, this back part. I really like the effect, like this glistening a little bit effect that this wash did on the model. I really like that. So I will add it here as well. I think this part looks better now. Now I am just adding wash to the most dark parts of the miniature, so they will become even darker, and I think like this glistening effect is also adding to the depth of it, and I really like it. So yeah, just wash 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 wash. That looks like wash as well, but model color dark rust. What does it do? Dark rust. Just normal paint, okay. Oh, it's pretty. I really like this color. Oh, and it smells nice. That's weird. Should it smell that good? Okay, I will create a wash from it because it's pretty and I'll need it. And I'm a bit afraid to use dark for it, but like maybe here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I hope it will work the way I want it to work. Please, paints, work for me. I will add another layer of blue paint to the window, so it will be nicely covered before I will add some lighter parts, lighter paint. Okay, and also on the front part of the ship there are like these yellow and red lines, so I will add them as well because I think they look pretty and they will make ship look a bit more interesting in the end. So yeah, let's do it. So I will start with yellow, I think. Okay, and now I will paint the red parts. This paint is looking far from perfect, as you can see. Like, unfortunately, like the paint is going into the gaps, so I'll have to clean it and fix it later. I guess that's just the charm of the model. And of the paint. I mean, I didn't add any water to it, but it's just, you know, still too watery, and it goes into the gaps. And it looks quite messy, but it could get worse. Good thing is that when you add more water to the places where you put the paint on, then the paint will like come off quite nicely, so don't worry about mistakes. There is always time to fix them, I guess. Okay, now that I have hopefully the colorful paint somehow like a little bit dry, then I will try to fix the contours by using the gray paint that is in the color of the ship. Maybe it will work out the way I like it. If not, then I will improvise like the rest of the miniature. Okay, so will it work? Well, this shade actually would be really good for highlights. So I can do some highlights as well with it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I think it is sharpening the light lines of the orange paint a little bit, so I guess it's working good for me. Okay, so now while the colors and everything is drying out, I think I'm gonna pick up like this slightly flat small brush and take this light gray color and just try to make like reverse the details. So now I will be covering with this light gray the parts that are that should be the lightest, that are popping out of the miniature, so it will look more like three-dimensional and not as flat as it looks now. I mean, I shaded it a lot, but still I think it needs like this lighter moments to really make it work. Before I'll add more white here, I think I'll need a little bit of darker brown wash, like in this part, to like really make the details pop out, because there's a lot of things sculpted here and it would be a shame if they would like just fade away if I'll just paint over them with like just gray. I think I'll add a little bit here just to I don't know if it worked out. Okay, so now I am just painting with a slightly drier brush over the darker parts, so the elements that are sculpted will pop out a little bit more. I think I'm definitely neglecting too much the lower wings. I should come back to them as well. Just pay a bit more attention to them. Yeah, and the bottom of the wings, it definitely needs attention as well. Although not as much maybe, because I think it is okay like to paint what you can see. I know it may be a bit controversial opinion, but if you look at the ship from this perspective and like not this perspective, then what's the problem? But of course there are for sure people that would like to have painted every little thing, but for me it's just for fun and for it to look good on the shelf, not to be really like obsessively like detail oriented. And now I need black. And I'm gonna like paint these parts and these parts, because this part, for some reason, like this right wing, I forgot to paint, so we need to fix that. God, there are so many elements about these miniatures, like, oh, seriously, like you can forget about something and then you are like coming back to that element and you are like, why it is underpaint? Like, what happened? Where did I go when I needed to focus on that part? Have no idea. Okay. I think I go like straight black here. Yeah. It's just, it will work the best. Now I can go back here and what else? There's so many things to do still. God. Okay, I think I should just start doing the windows, because I think it is the time for it. Finally, I should not like delay it. It's inevitable. I can't avoid it. I need to do the windows. I just have no idea how to do them, but I guess I'll just try to make them like dark and maybe try to add some like reflections to them. I don't know. Just okay. I know it's gray right now, but trust me, I have a vision in mind. Okay, for now it is gray, but it will look better maybe. God, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's okay. Okay, now I will add some black next to the blue. Maybe with blue it will look better, like more alive. Or it will look like shit. Well, I'm really impressed by painters that really can that are really good at painting light and metal textures, like without metal. Like, damn, like I hope that one day I will learn it also, because it's just incredible. Like, I think there's nothing better than like art crafted by people with like really good skills, that you can see that they just spent years learning that art. And I think that's the case of miniature painters, and honestly this world of miniature painting is completely new for me, but I need to admit that it's really impressive nevertheless, for me, and it's just, I'm amazed by them. I'm not sure if it will turn out the way I planned it, because I want to make some reflections of light on the window. Although, yeah, I'm not sure if it will work out. Maybe it's a bit ambitious, too ambitious for the first try, but maybe if I'll work on it enough, it will look good. I hope it will look good. I don't want to be embarrassed in front of whole internet. Okay, this window needs to dry, and now I think I will do the lines on the front of the ship, like the lines that are on the wings. It is the same color, so it should work okay. God, this is like the most wiggly straight line I've ever seen. It's definitely not easy. Now I try to fix my shaky hand mistakes, although I am fixing it with another shaky hand, so okay, now I'm coming back to windows, and I will paint like the light, the main source of light, this reflecting from the glass. No idea if it will work out, but let's see. Now I will slightly change the color of the window frame, so I think it will nicely just it will look different than the shade of sky, so it will look better, I hope. And now I'm adding a silver paint just to make some elements pop out more and add this metallic effect that will just make everything work, I hope, I think. Maybe not. Well, I just like when it's shiny, so just at the end, before finishing, just a little bit shiny here, shiny there. Yeah, maybe here. Yeah, here would be nice. this is our finished results. X-Wing completely painted. It lasted around 5 to 6 hours. The process was completely chaotic, I know, but it was also extremely fun to paint it, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you would like to paint your own X-Wing, then you can check out our website rpgfigures.com, where you can get 20% discount with code painting20, where you can buy our figures. If you enjoyed the video and you would like to see more, you can subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button so you can get notification about our new videos. See you later, and thank you.